today we're going to take a tool called Hex Strike AI. It's a full offensive security framework, and we tested different. I mean, there is a lot of other open source tool like Metasploit, like Defense. There is one more, I don't recall the name, but this one actually, it's important for two reasons. First, it's very, very powerful. Then it has an MCP. Remember the discussion about MCP that Omar raised last time? Where we can connect the tool into the Claude LLM, and it will take and it will use the LLM during the penetration testing. So if you scroll down here, you will find the setting of the MCP. But we're going to see how to do that in a very simplified way as well. Even if you are not familiar with Linux and you don't know how to write those commands or not. So the first product or the first tools that we will get familiar with, the Hex Strike AI and it's unbelievable. Guys, I know that I don't have to keep saying that, but I have to. Okay, it's not something to be tested for fun. You know that. I mean, I will give you a few websites from where you can practice that, but don't start using a tool and try to penetrate a bank or penetrate, you know. So it's not a fun, it's illegal. So I think you are all, you know, knowing what we are doing and what is the consequences of misusing something like that. So I will give you a few websites from where you can test and see how the report look like. And I will show you even how to use that in a bug bounty program and what is the result of it. And I will explain it in a few seconds, okay? So this is the tools that we will implement. And to be able to implement that, we need to implement it on a machine, on a computer. And I always suggest that you use virtual machine, try to be isolated from your physical machine. Work on a virtual machine or a VPS, because don't trust the tool blindly, okay? It causes problems sometimes. So work in an environment that you can control. So we will see how to utilize this tool, even if I don't have the knowledge, because it explained very well what you need to do. You need to, this is the steps for the implementation. It has few commands that you need to run on any Linux machine. And then you have how to set up the MCP to connect it to the LM. But what if I don't have experience? If I have experience, great. If you read the repository, it's very straightforward. But what if I don't have experience? Is there a way it can be done in an automated way? Can I set up a machine in an automated way? We will explain that. Second tool we will utilizing, and it's really making your life easier, especially if you don't have much, or even if you have experience or don't have experience, this would be a must. And I send you inside the email that you're going to need to install this Claude desktop on, it has a Mac version and Windows version, so it's better to install it. So I just want to give you a very brief about this tool, because I will show you how we utilize that. So Claude Desktop is a tool from Claude, and when you install it, it installs the desktop application. You have three different items here. We have the chat, which make it as, you know, as normal as a chat. So you can chat with it same way you are using Claude or ChatGPT. You have the coworker, and this is the important part, because this will allow you to connect with your browser, do activity. If you have some limitation or in some knowledge, it will bypass that. So the cloud, the coworker is the one that does the real task. We're going to see that. And we have the Claude code. And even the code, we will use it in Kali Linux and see how can we create an agent inside Kali Linux. So this will be used a lot. It doesn't mean that we are giving a Claude training, but since this is the most powerful tool right now, we will use it. Maybe tomorrow Codex will be better, maybe. So don't stuck with the tool since things are changed. Use the tool, understand how it works, and if you have to use another tool after that, is fine. Claude may need some setting. Okay. And one more time, if you want, we can do another session in a different day just to explain the tool, explain Kali, whatever it's needed. Okay. But let me go quickly about what we need to configure. When you go to Cloud Desktop here and below on the left side, and you go to Settings, you need just to be familiar with 2 points. Okay. The first point is something called connectors and something related to capability. The connectors are tools that we connect to the tool so it can help us. For example, if I go to connectors and click here, this is all the tools that is connected to my Cloud Desktop. So we have GitHub, we have my Gmail account, we have. So GitHub, when you connect GitHub to Cloud Desktop, it gives Cloud access to the GitHub. And accordingly, you can upload when we are doing an application using AI, because we're going to do that during the defensive part. It can upload the code on the GitHub, or it can download, so it will have access to your GitHub account. Same go for the Gmail. If you need information from your Gmail account, so you connect the Gmail or calendar, or so a lot of tools can be connected to Cloud to give access to the Cloud Desktop. He can access that and change and modify and so on. But for us, we're gonna need just to connect to GitHub right now. Okay.
Yeah, Prof.
Yeah, Victor.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, what's the configuration for this Cloud before you start to connect?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question again?
The configuration. How do you do the configuration on this Cloud or these tools
It's
before
a
you start
very
to connect?
very straightforward. I mean, you just install the program and you see a drop here when you go to connectors. You click
Yeah.
on plus, it will give you, and click on browse, it will give you all the connector. You select each one of them and connect. It
No, I
will,
mean the tools themselves. How do we? What is there any link or what do we need to download for the tools
yeah,
themselves?
yeah. Actually, I sent the link on email, so if you have a look on it, but if not, just
Okay,
let me know. I resend it one more time. Okay.
okay.
And guys, if you want to do a separate meeting just to go through all the configuration, I'm fine. Okay. And we will not do it on Saturday. But let's take this vote by the end of the session. Okay. But don't worry about how it get configured and so on. Just get to understand the functionality. This is what my focus. So you need to, GitHub need to be connected here. We will need more connectors. Also, we have in the setting something called capability. And I just want you to be familiar with something right now as a concept, as we will use it, which is something called skills. Okay. One of the things that we can use Claude for is skills. We can give him additional skills to be, what can we say, but more advanced in a field. I mean, not only in technical, in marketing. So there is some skills that we're going to need to upload inside Claude related to cybersecurity, which will give him some advanced skills. So the concept of uploading skills, where it's just some files that we will get from GitHub, and we will upload it to Cloud Desktop, and it will give him more advanced skills that you can utilize. Okay, so just keep that in mind right now. Okay, so GitHub, you need to have an account. Cloud Desktop, it needs to be installed. And finally, one of the things that will really make your life easier is this Cloud extension. Okay. So if I go to my browser here, you can see in my browser here, Cloud extension is installed. Okay, and it's only available on Google Chrome. What this will help or do, when you install Cloud extension, I will show you how, but it will let Cloud Desktop access your browser. Okay, in a way that if I want to install something, or if I want to do something on a website or on a virtual machine, and I don't know how to do it, I can ask Cloud Desktop to go itself and configure the requested configuration on the browser. So he will take care of that. Okay. So by installing that, you can ask Claude to do something and he will open the browser and do it. For example, I was working on some CTF, which I'm going to show you today. So I opened my HackerOne account and I told him, go and solve those CTF. And he went and he solved it and he finished successfully. And he published an article about it on Medium. So Claude can take care, can handle or can access the browser and do some activity. And you're going to see that how it's useful to save you time. But it has to be done in a controlled way so nothing will be missed. Okay.